Okay, today our lesson is about the given good. You might have studied your concept of inferior good. What is an inferior good? Do you remember it?
Inverse relation with income.
Inverse relation with
Income.
income. That means when income of the consumer increases, its demand will fall, and its income elasticity is having a negative value. Clear? When consumer or a person is becoming richer, he is demanding less of that commodity. That's called an inferior good. Okay? What is a normal good? In which increase in income will lead towards an increase in the consumption of that commodity. That is called a normal good. So here, given good is actually a type of an inferior good. Okay? Due to fall in price of a commodity X, if we are talking about the fall in the price of good X, this fall in price will have two effects. One is substitution effect and another is income effect. Yesterday we were talking about the normal good in which substitution and income effects were positive. Now here, when price of the commodity falls, its substitution effect is still positive. Substitution effect says, as this commodity has become low price, Y should be substituted with X. More of X should be consumed as its price has gone down. So substitution effect of given good is also saying the consumer should buy more of this commodity as it has having relatively lower price than the other good. Clear? But income effect is saying, income effect says, due to fall in the price of this commodity, your real income has increased. You should buy less of this good. It has become inferior to you. When price falls, real income of consumer is increasing. So when due to fall in price, consumer is buying less of this good. So he will be buying less of this good. So this good which is having negative income effect, and this income effect is stronger than the substitution effect. This is a brief summary which I want to explain you with the help of budget line and indifference curve, the two tools which we are going to use them. So basically what is happening here, this is good X, this is good Y, this is our budget line. Budget line will show us the affordability of consumer within given income and the prices of goods X and Y. Okay? So where is the consumer equilibrium point? Where budget line is making a tangency condition with the highest attainable indifference curve. So this is the consumer equilibrium. This is the optimum consumption bundle of the two goods X and Y. Alright? So be attentive for some time. You should not be writing anything. First of all, learn this diagram, then move on to write your things. So when price of good X falls, what happens to the budget line? It will having outward rotation. Clear? So in case of normal good, we were drawing the final indifference curve on the right of the previous indifference curve. But here, good is not a normal good. It's an inferior good. Here, if consumer was buying 3X, 3 units of commodity X he was previously consuming. So when his price goes down, instead of going towards the right, he is moving towards the left of the previous indifference curve. So now he is going to consume only, this is X1, this is actually X3, 1 unit of X he is buying. Then previously when price was higher, he was consuming It means price and quantity demand of X are positively related. When price falls, its demand, quantity demand is also decreasing, and when price increases, its demand will also be increasing. Now this is the total effect of change in price of X. Now we are going to divide this total effect into two effects. One is substitution effect and another is the income effect. Here, when price falls, the real income of consumer has increased, the affordability of consumer has increased, and price of commodity X goes down. If we take away that increase in income of the consumer, in order to make him able to consume along previous and difference curve, that will give us how much is the substitution effect of this fall in price of X. Now I am going to shift this budget line downward. This is going to be a parallel downward shift. Now from E1 to E2, this is what? Suppose he is going to consume 5X. Substitution effect says relatively X has become low price than commodity Y. Increase the consumption of X by 2 units. Substitution effect says as this commodity has become low price than commodity Y, relatively it is becoming low price than before. So consumer, if he is staying along his previous and difference curve, this movement from E1 to E2 will be called the substitution effect. So what is the income effect बनाए? From X2 to X3, okay, from 5 units, 1 unit. Finally, he is not here. Finally, he is at E3. So how much is the income effect? Minus 4X. This is the income effect. Now, income effect says when price of commodity goes down, it is an inferior good. Instead of buying more of it, you should buy less of it. You might be observing this human behavior in the market. When a commodity is a status symbol, instead its price is increasing, people are buying more of it. This is a different good behavior. Clear? And when something which is rightly inferior, I have talked to one of the vegetable seller. He was of the view when price of vegetable is higher, people are buying it more. And when its price goes down, people think that this has become inferior to them, they are not going to buy it. So when price and quantity demand, they are moving in the same direction, and the demand curve of this product will be like this, like the supply curve. It is also upward sloping. So when price falls, consumer, instead of increasing the consumption, he is finally decreasing. So what is substitution effect? That is positive value. Substitution effect says increase quantity of X by 2 units. Alright? When its price falls. What is the income effect? Income effect is negative, and it says decrease quantity of X by 4 units. So can I say income effect is negative, but it is stronger than income effect is negative but stronger than the substitution effect. Stronger than substitution effect. How? Income effect is -4, whereas substitution effect is +2. Clear? So Giffen good says when a commodity is considered to be given by the consumer, what happens? Consumers, when its price is falling, instead of increasing its demand, they are going to have less of it. Alright? So its demand is like supply curve. Okay, now see, this is the supply curve of a given good. Where is the market equilibrium? Where demand and supply are balanced, isn't it? So you well know one thing, when price is above the equilibrium, there is going to be surplus now. What is happening in case of given good? You see, when price is P1, now here quantity demand is more than quantity supplied. There is shortage. And when there is shortage, price will be further increasing. Market does not come back towards its previous equilibrium. Because due to shortage, prices will further increase and it is further going away from the equilibrium. And when price is below market in case of normal demand, we find there is going to be shortage. But here what is happening? We are finding a surplus, supply is more than demand. So in case of surplus, its price will be further falling. So once a given good market is away from its equilibrium, it does not come back. Clear? Your shares market, equity market in the stock exchange, all the shares, they are also having the given behavior. As the price of shares, they are increasing in the stock market, still the buyers of shares are investing in those shares where the prices are increasing. Why are they doing it? Because they have expectations that this share price will further increase in future and he will be able to earn a capital gain on that share. I'm giving you the example of the given good. Ostentatious products like ornaments, gold prices are rising, people are still buying more gold. That's given behavior. The most inferior products like the out season, you can say within season, vegetables. Some of the vegetables, when their prices are falling, people are buying less of them. That's another type of given good. And the stock market shares and bonds, they are also a type of given good, because once their prices are increasing, people are going to buy more shares. Investors are investing more in those shares where prices of shares are increasing, because they have the expectation that prices will further increase and they will be able to earn the capital gain on those shares. Clear or not? So I have given you some explanation about given good, its diagram, although it is a roughly drawn diagram, but it has conveyed to the knowledge how it is different from a normal good and a given good. Here the main distinction is that its income effect is negative and it is stronger than substitution. Clear?
Yes.
So its demand is positively sloped like supply curve. Any question? So we find this thing that how given good analysis is going to tell us the human behavior in the market, the consumer behavior. Should I proceed for the inferior good as well? What's your opinion? Another good which is in between given and normal. Okay, that's fine. Do complete it at home. By tomorrow I will be concluding the consumer behavior. Then we will be moving toward the producer behavior. Clear? Thank you.